Have you ever heard of bat bombs, floating tanks, or secret message-carrying pigeons? The military world is full of crazy ideas, from absurd weapons that failed miserably to unique inventions that were actually used in real wars. Here is a list of the strangest weapons ever created by humans in the history of warfare. Imagine a bat flying around with a small bomb strapped to its belly. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But believe it or not, it actually happened. The history of warfare is full of crazy ideas that even modern scientists shake their heads at. And this time, we'll discuss the strangest and most absurd weapons ever used in world history. During World War II, the United States developed a unique weapon called the bat bomb. The idea was simple but crazy. Hundreds of bats were equipped with small bombs. The bats would hide in the wooden roofs of buildings, then released over Japanese cities, and the bombs would explode automatically. Unfortunately, this experiment failed, because the bats ended up blowing up the American military headquarters during the test. Before satellites or drones existed, pigeons were the eyes in the sky for the military. During World War I, Germany trained pigeons to carry automatic cameras to photograph enemy positions from the air. The results were quite accurate for that era. In fact, some pigeons were used to carry important messages and were considered winged war heroes by their soldiers. The British were no less eccentric. They created explosive rats filled with explosives. The plan was to scatter the dead rats around German factories. When cleaned up and burned by enemy workers, boom, the rats would explode. However, the Germans found out about this plan beforehand. Although it failed, this idea made the enemy paranoid and waste days searching for other bomb rats. When the Allies attacked Normandy in 1944, they used amphibious tanks that could float on water like boats. Although many sank before reaching the shore, some managed to land and helped break through Nazi defenses. Even stranger, the Nazis themselves once experimented with anti-aircraft cats. A crazy idea to train cats to avoid light so they could direct weapons at enemy aircraft. Of course, it failed completely because, well, cats don't care about war. Still, during World War II, Japan tried to attack America with giant balloons filled with bombs. These balloons were released from Japan, flew thousands of kilometers with the help of jet streams, and fell in North America. Although most failed to reach their targets, some actually fell and exploded, making them one of the world's first long-range weapons. War always sparks innovation, but not all innovations make sense.